All right, into the final band of MorningAtNTV Easter Mondays edition. Thank you so much for still being with us. I am Priscilla Regina Naroga. In this particular moment, I might even as well introduce myself as Miss Uganda. Yeah. But it's April Fool's Day. And speaking of which, we're going to be taking note of a very important conversation, beauty patterns beyond the glamour and the glitz, who they are and what influence they have, especially on women, but also on society issues. Now, when we look in the modern day, beauty patterns are often viewed with a critical eye due to the perceived promotion of superficial beauty standards. They've got to be a certain waistline, a certain height, a certain color. And therefore, you get to have the standards pushing some people out of the bar. However, beneath the dazzling tiaras and the sparkling gowns, as you are yet to see, beauty pageants actually do play a very significant role in society. They foster personal development, they promote diversity, they even serve as a platform for patent societal issues. And so beauty pageants are not merely about physical appearances, no, they are also a comprehensive platform where participants do develop a range of skills. And these range from communication skills to public speaking to confidence to poise, and all these are invaluable life skills that each one of us needs, and so they extend beyond the stage. So contestants get to learn how to handle pressure, because believe you me, when you are in a room of about 20 beautiful ladies, your confidence can be shaken a little bit, and so that pressure to remind yourself that you are beautiful enough is something that they become skilled at. Competition is another thing they have to deal with, and of course criticism left, right and center, both positive and negative, all of which do contribute, one, to personal growth and then also to resilience of an individual at the end of the day. So this Easter Monday, we lighten things up a little bit by hosting one that has walked this journey and has picked up on these life skills and is of societal influence, and this is none other than Miss Uganda UK 2023 to 2024. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Miss Faith Rusoke.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
You are very beautiful, I must say.
Thank you so much.
So,
as well.
Thank you so much. So you are Rusoke, you come from the Toro Kingdom,
yes.
I do believe?
Yes.
Empako yao.
Aboli.
Well, it's a bit nice to actually know that you are in touch, with your roots and things like that. So, Miss Faith, walk us through your journey as a beauty pageant. How did you pick interest in the beauty pageant in the first place, Uganda UK?
Yes, so it's something that my family had told me to do a few years back, but it's something I wasn't quite sure of. So early on in my years, my dad was the one that was actually really encouraging. So family support is something that has really been helpful to me. So he would always tell me, "Oh, Faith, you'd be really good as Miss Uganda UK. You should go for this when you're old enough." Because he would tell me from early, like he would say, "Oh, when you're old enough, you should go for Miss Uganda UK." But I wasn't really sure. But then last year, the year before my year, I went and watched the show live. And when I watched the show live, seeing all the beautiful Ugandan girls on stage, like all of them in one place, because the UK, there's a lot of diversity, there's so many of us, but seeing all of the Ugandan girls on stage speaking about what they're fighting for, I was inspired. So from then I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I think it's for me. And then here we are.
Okay, all right. So you pick interest in the previous year and then you get to contest. What was that process like for you? What were you required to do? What were you required to submit? Walk us through that journey.
Yes, so we put in an application form, and then from there you're selected, and then we go through about a 3-month training process where we go every week and we rehearse our walking, our speaking, we learn some dances as well, the routine. So through that it's a lot of personal development, which is what I love about Miss Uganda UK. Like, you really get to grow as a person, which is what I really loved about the journey. So it's a rigorous journey and you go through it, and then towards the end, because of all the training that you've been through, you're a better person than you were when you started.
Okay, and what were the areas of growth for you in particular?
For me in particular, public speaking, confidence, even outside of personal, being able to be around so many Ugandan girls and really feeling your culture in the UK, that's something that I really, really enjoyed. Yeah.
So speaking of culture, because it's Miss Uganda UK, of course, we do expect a lot of culture to be displayed. Is that well represented and fused within the beauty pageant over there?
Yeah, definitely. And also because we're all from different tribes, like you asked me, I'm Parker, I'm from Toro. So all the different girls, they come from different places. So even engaging with each other, we get to see each other's cultures and really fuse together as Ugandans.
How did that in turn help you to appreciate where you come from?
Oh, it was amazing, because speaking with the girls and even coming back now, being able to come back to your roots and give back, it really is humbling, and you get to be in touch with your culture and give back in the same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So beauty pageants have gotten to be expanded a little bit to accommodate some of us who may not be, you know, as of your size, a little bit with so many, maybe 1 or 2 pluses here and there. And so they've become more inclusive in terms of age, in terms of race, in terms of body types, even when it comes to gender identities. And so at the end of the day, with all these things that are happening, how does this instill value in a woman as a beauty pageant, or when they go through the beauty pageant, how does it instill value in you as a woman?
I think that it's amazing that different types of women are being able to be represented, because beauty is not one size fits all. It's not because you're size 4 now you're beautiful, and you're size 20 you're not beautiful anymore. So all the women being able to have and see someone on stage that looks like them is very important, because when you see them you can say, oh, I can do it. Because like I said, when I went to the show and I saw all the Ugandan girls, I was like, okay, if they can do it, they were amazing on stage, I was like, okay, maybe I can do it as well. So that representation of any different size, so you'll feel included and you'll feel like you could do something as well, because beauty pageants, it's not just about beauty, it's also about giving back. So it's not just surface value, so also having those other sizes and them representing their cause and even representing themselves, it's encouraging to other women.
Okay, you say it's not just about the beauty, it's also about giving back. How have you given back in your tenure?
So right now I'm in Uganda, I'm advocating for vocational skills, so that's what I'm here for. Back in the UK, I was able to do a fundraiser to raise money so that I can come here and give back. I'm giving back some supplies, some school fees, like I'm doing a vocational skills challenge. So once I do that with the students, whoever wins, they get their school fees, some of their school fees paid, and little prizes for everyone that took part. So being able to give back in that sense and showing the value of vocational skills, because I believe that vocational skills are very important and sometimes they're not celebrated as much as education. So going into schools and showing the students that value, and it's a tangible, like you can see it tangibly, so they win and then they get their school fees paid, so they can see there's actually value in this, which is what I really wanted to put across to the students.
Okay, so how are you conducting these particular challenges for vocational skills?
So we're going into a few different schools and we have a select number of students. One of the challenges that we'll be doing is a tailoring challenge, so they'll be able to make their own outfit or their own garment, and then from there I'll be able to judge with the teacher, and then once we select the best few, then 1, 2 and 3 they get a prize, and then everyone that participated gets something as well.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, you also get to look at the element of vocational skills being pushed. However, of course, with the current education system that we have in Uganda, how do you encourage these young people to actually be versatile, to say?
I think it's awareness. I think awareness comes first. So being able to show them that this is a possibility, because if you've been taught something before, you're not going to be aware and see it as value. So I think awareness is the first step. So me being able to go into schools and show them, okay, this is an option, this has value. I think that's the first basis that we can go from. And then from there, once people start to see that awareness and see that value, then maybe one day it can even be incorporated into schools heavily and seen as something that's a very valuable skill.
Okay. Is this competition geared towards only the young girls, or is it mixed boys and girls?
Which one, sorry?
The challenge, is it towards ladies or it's mixed boys?
Mixed, boys and girls.
Oh, that's good, because the boy child has been complaining lately that we're leaving them behind. So I hope that they can be Mr. Uganda UK maybe in the near future. But speaking of contributing to society, when it comes to focusing on women, how are you ensuring that in such a day where you do have social media influencing things, especially on your side, I'm pretty sure you have to do a lot of comparison and, you know, self-checks, because you see another account of another fellow beauty pageant perhaps, and they're thriving and they seem like they're having everything glossy on the table. And so how do you maintain your focus with the crown that you hold?
I think it's really just staying focused and remembering who you are, because everybody is unique. You can't go and see someone on social media and compare yourselves to them, and also reminding yourself that social media is less than a fraction of someone's life. So you can't compare your entire life to someone's 1 minute, because most videos, they're 1 minute, 2 minutes, even a picture of them smiling, they probably took it 100 times. So remembering that this is just a snapshot of someone's life, remembering who you are and embracing who you are and having that confidence, I think that's the way forward.
Okay, the magic statement she made in there, even the perfect picture could have been taken 100 times. Huh. That's a good one. So this pageant takes place every September. Yes. And so between September last year and September forthcoming, what has been on your radar? What have you worked on, worked with, and with the remaining about 5 months, how do you intend to continue holding your crown in prestige, but also in societal influence?
Yes, so as I'm here doing my vocational skills challenge, that's my main focus for now, being here in Uganda and raising that awareness. Even coming here today and speaking about it, I think awareness is very valuable, and speaking to the students. And as I go forward, of course, there'll be a new queen coming in and all those girls, and showing them the beauty of this process, because it is an amazing process, and showing them that there's more to it than just even getting the crown. It's not just about getting the crown. The whole journey is a personal development journey. So if I can even advise that every girl comes through and embraces every part of the journey, that would be amazing. So for me, it's for the future girls that are coming through, and also for the advocation that I'm doing now for those students or for those young people.
Okay, speaking of lessons for yourself, you went and watched the show previously.
Yes.
What lessons did you pick out before you actually became a part of the process, and then thereafter, having been a part of the process, now you wear the crown? What other lessons have you also equally picked up?
I picked up a lot of lessons: confidence, public speaking, and even for my Miss Uganda UK, I made my creative wear challenge. So having those practical skills, it even tied into what I wanted to do, because I saw the beauty of being able to make something with your hands, which was also part of why I wanted to do the vocational skills. Yeah.
Okay, now there's a big question that lingers: are beauty pageants still relevant today in this era?
Definitely. I think beauty pageants are important, and sometimes it's just when you're on the outside looking in, it looks like, oh, it's just girls on stage walking around showing how good looking they are. But when you go deeper into it, every girl is there for a cause. There's different reasons why people sign up, and for me it was vocational skills. Other people, it's different things. The previous queen was soft skills. So everybody comes in with a purpose, so it's not just being good looking, it's also developing as a person. So it's self-development as well as being able to contribute to society, because at the end of the day, the queens are there to serve. They're not just there to parade around, they're really there to give back to their communities.
Okay, having interacted with people back here home through the challenge that you're doing,
yes,
what do you feel are the challenges of the young person?
In what way?
In terms of personal development.
I think a lot of times confidence is one of the main challenges, because like you said, social media, so a lot of time people actually do compare themselves. As easy as it is to say, oh, don't compare yourself, comparison is the thief of joy, it's so easy to go online and see that, oh, someone else is doing better than you. So I think for us in this generation, comparison and social media and thinking that you're not enough is something that challenges us a lot.
Okay, as I get Wi-Fi in this room, at the end of the day, we have to also ask the question of what would be your advice to someone who not particularly wants to become a beauty pageant, because I know they select about 20 over a line of 200, but at the end of the day wants to become a person of positive influence, one to themselves, their community, and to society by and large. What would be your advice?
I would say, first of all, believe in yourself and go for it. Any challenge that you've faced and got through it, I think that's the best way to start, because then you have the tools in order to see what was the challenge and why you faced that, and being able to help someone else overcome it. So seeing what you really struggled with and aiding someone else through that journey, I think that's the best way to start. Whether you're a queen, whether you've gone through beauty pageants, everyone has been through something, everyone has a story, so everyone can give back.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So now we will have our closing remarks from the Queen. Is there a Queen's Wave for Miss Uganda UK? Oh. Okay, your closing remarks.
I would just like to say that let's encourage vocational skills, because they're definitely important, and let's see them as just as valuable as education, because they're a way that somebody can go into self-employment, start their own business. And yes, so let's encourage and uplift our young people.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Faith Rusoke, and she's the Miss Uganda UK 2023-2024. I am Miss Uganda 2024 here at MorningAtNTV. Now, speaking of which, today is a special day for people like Esther Odoi, who